And this epic encounter is under MMA rules. This could be one of the show stealers, which is why the last time these two met was an absolute banger. This is an MMA style match, however, which we know, but this is different than the other one you saw, because this is inside the cage. MMA style. Indeed it is. It's fight night time, folks. As Big E, the challenger rather, finds himself being a challenger to the surprising rising star of action, Jaxson Baker. And here comes the champ. Challenger, Action Jaxson, is going to be in for a fight tonight as Big E, Elijah Furton, making his way to the ring. This young man is a tremendous tri-sporter, is Big E, Elijah Furton. Football, motocross, wrestling, mixed martial arts. This young man is an absolute juggernaut when it comes to sports out of the California area. And he has always evolved and continued to rise. As Big E makes his way into the ring. I want to talk about people who have had an amazing year. Big E has got to be in contention right there for some of the best matches we've seen this year. The wars between he and Easton McDonald when he used to be on the Universal side of things. And to put things in perspective, Big E, who just started this year, has won the major title on both rosters. If somehow he is to go on either side to win tag team titles, he would be a Grand Slam champion. As we wait the arrival of the champion. And this young man right here has been a tremendous asset and has been an absolute wrecking crew since arriving. And here he comes. That's right. His shirt says it all. And the crowd showing their admiration for Action Jaxson Baker. Oh my. This young man is an absolute monster when it comes to that ring. Outside the ring, very nice, respectful, kind, much like Big E. When that bell rings, he lives up to the name and the action is on. It is time. It is lights, camera, action, Jaxson Baker time. As Baker getting, wow, the champion in his first title defense, defeating the champion, the former champion, in an Iron Man match originally. This is not an Iron Man match, folks. This is a traditional mixed martial arts challenge for us. But that means the first person who gets 2 straight points will win. So it's kind of like 2 out of 3. But first person to get 2 straight points will win. The only way to get points is by knockout or submission only. Let's go to the ring announcer for the tail of the tape. Big E, Elijah Furton, the super athlete. I believe he is from Park. He is from Park, Missouri, as from what I understand, and he is continuing to rise. And of course, this is his lucky garb here. He does have alternate attire, but he seems to like this one. And Big E, of course, is wearing his wrestling singlet. That's kind of what he started out with as well. But let's not mix words. Let's not get confused. These two young men are tremendous athletes and future UFC champions, the both of them. As Action Jaxson dumps the challenger outside the ring. European uppercut. Another European uppercut. Challenger bouncing off the ring. Watch out! And already, Action Jaxson driving Elijah Furton right through the cage. And this thing's already gotten physical, folks. And we know that Ryder Lockwood is your #1 contender and will get the first opportunity whoever wins here. Watch out. Action Jaxson going to the high ring, going up the cage. And I don't know if that's an interesting move there by the champion. The champion on top of the cage. Will Big E climb up there? Yep, of course he is. Elijah Furton climbing the cage, and Action Jaxson measuring Big E. And then now both up top of the cage, and now it's got vital. Watch out. Elijah Furton nailed. And Furton, the challenger. Oh, what a nice side suplex. Both these young men are as even can be. Both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling trained. Oh, Furton with those fists of iron. This is not his first rodeo, folks. As Big E putting the hurt on the champ on top of the cage, 50 feet above the cage. Watch out here. It's a very vital situation. Watch out, double leg takedown. That's a heck of a long way to fall, folks, as Big E clobbering Action Jaxson on top of the cage. That's about 50 feet above the ring. Oh, watch out. And Big E's got him up. Oh, jackhammer by Big E. And again on his shoulders. Watch out here. Oh, an F5. Trying to knock Jaxson out, I believe, is the strategy. Oh, and he caught him with a kick. And a challenger looking to get his title back. Oh, right hook. And to be fair, Jaxson would get a rematch here, folks. So, but if there is a third match, it would be back into the Iron Man rules, and which would be even more horrific. As Jaxson somehow back into this thing, trying to hyperextend that elbow, and double leg takedown. Jaxson giving it right back to Big E. These two young men very much tremendous in their own rights. Big jab. And look at this submission hold. Both young men trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's a nice, almost an octopus type maneuver there, or a Black Widow. And Elijah able to get out of it. Oh, and he caught him on the face. And now Big E, again, hammering away on Action Jaxson. Big E's got to be careful there. Trying to jam up those hamstrings. Oh, hurt those knees. Oh, Jaxson back up. Double, oh, wait a minute. We know what this is. There it is. We saw the challenger use this in his match to get a point, and that's how he won that title. Watch out, half and half by Action Jaxson. Very corner there of the cage, and these two got to be careful. Ever so close to the edge, and boom! Big E using his wrestling knowledge with the rock bottom. Double leg takedown. Oh, how about this? A dose of his own medicine, and the challenger getting the first point by using Jackson's own maneuver against him. Uh-oh, he's up. And Jaxson with the reversal and a clothesline from behind. Oh, and a knee to the face. And this thing is spilled up on top of the cage for this title. Oh my! And that almost was bad. Fans are sadistic, nice to say. And Big E with a standing backflip. He's apparently feeling pretty good after going through the cage. And oh no. Elijah Furton climbing back to the top of the cage, and Jackson's going to go up there with him. The challenger has the first point. He only needs 1 point to advance and to win. Face first. This is a very vital thing here. That'll hurt falling. Down goes Big E. That's a fall too. That hurts. And Jaxson continues to climb. And Big E is coming up there to join him. Jaxson is down a point. He's got to be careful. The ring is open there in the center. And Jaxson catches him. German suplex. And they get a second one. Tour of Missouri by Action Jaxson. And now with... No. Oh my God. Oh, that's a point. Action Jaxson not playing around. Big E just got tossed off the top of the cage. And I said that was dangerous, and there it is. And this thing's tied up. Half and half suplex on the entrance ramp of an MMA match. Imagine this if happened in the UFC. That would be crazy. Battle of the belly suplex by Jaxson, dropping an elbow into the throat of the young man from Sacramento, California. And Jaxson catches him, and the champion retains. Holy cow, what a match. That was incredible. Action Jaxson Baker retains the Dream Masters BA MMA Grand Prix Championship. And that will lead into the Team Warfare Challenge next month. What an amazing match indeed. And of course we know the number one contender is Rider Nation Lockwood. May all your dreams come true.